Captain's Lament, a haunted journey. The night air was heavy with foreboding as Captain William Rhodes stood on the deck of his ship, the Sea Serpent, staring out at the dark expanse of the ocean. A veteran seafarer with decades of experience, he prided himself on his ability to navigate even the most treacherous waters. But tonight, a sense of unease gnawed at him like a hungry beast. It had started innocently enough, a subtle whisper in the wind, a flicker of movement out of the corner of his eye. But as the days passed, the whispers grew louder, the shadows more persistent, until Captain Rhodes could no longer deny the truth. Something was terribly wrong aboard the Sea Serpent. He gathered his crew on deck, a motley assortment of seasoned sailors and eager young recruits, and addressed them with a stern voice that betrayed none of his own fear. "Men," he began, his words carried by the salty breeze, "we find ourselves in uncharted waters. Strange occurrences have plagued our ship, and I fear we may be sailing into the heart of darkness itself." The crew exchanged nervous glances, their faces illuminated by the dim glow of the lanterns that hung from the rigging. But despite their apprehension, they were loyal to their captain, bound by the code of the sea to follow him wherever he led. As the days turned into weeks, the eerie phenomena only intensified. Crew members reported sightings of shadowy figures lurking in the shadows, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Strange noises echoed through the corridors at night, the sound of footsteps where there should be none, of whispered conversations in languages long forgotten. But perhaps most disturbing of all were the dreams that plagued Captain Rhodes each night. Vivid nightmares that seemed to bleed into reality. He saw visions of a long-forgotten tragedy, of a shipwreck lost to the depths of the ocean, and the anguished cries of souls condemned to wander the seas for eternity. Desperate for answers, Captain Rhodes delved into the ship's history, scouring ancient logbooks and dusty archives for any clue that might explain their plight. What he discovered chilled him to the bone. The Sea Serpent had once been a vessel of ill repute, its previous captain driven mad by a malevolent force that dwelled within its very hull. Realization dawned on Captain Rhodes as he understood the true nature of their predicament. The spirits of the past had risen to exact their vengeance upon any who dared to disturb their restless slumber. And now, trapped in a nightmare of his own making, the captain could only lament the choices that had led him to this cursed journey. With each passing day, the veil between the living and the dead grew thinner, until it was unclear where reality ended, and the realm of the supernatural began. And as the Sea Serpent sailed ever deeper into the heart of darkness, Captain Rhodes knew that their fate was sealed, condemned to join the ranks of the haunted ships that prowled the haunted seas. But even in the face of certain doom, he refused to abandon hope. For deep within the recesses of his heart, he clung to the belief that somehow, some way, they would find a way to break free from the grip of the spirits that held them captive. And as long as there was breath in his body, Captain William Rhodes would continue to fight against the darkness, determined to reclaim his ship and his soul from the depths of the abyss.